Don't act like you forgot.
I call the shot.
Oh my God.
Pay me what you owe me. Don't act like you forgot.
Bitch better have my money.
Gasp.
Oh my God. He said the word bitch. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the
Mars podcast.
Damn, I fucked that up, didn't I?
No, it's all right. Let's go ahead. Keep going.
Hi, this is Manny.
This is Shawn. Welcome back to episode 25. Hope y'all are doing well because Manny is in here having a moment.
Woohoo! Episode 25 of the Moss podcast. Just in case you're new here, I just want to make sure you know what you're hearing. We're usually pretty good about the opening.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got very excited about the Rihanna tune.
Oh my God.
But yes, it's a milestone.
25 episodes.
25. That's a lot.
It is a lot, I guess.
I mean, for us, it's a lot.
I mean, for us, yes, it is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a celebrity and then you decide to do a podcast, I guess 25 is nothing. But so how have you been, Mr.?
What were you about to do? Tell my government?
Yes, and I was about to say your last name.
I've been good. It's been a pretty good week for me. All things considered, work is good. Mental health is doing well. How about yourself?
I am happy to be here today.
Okay.
Joining you on this podcast. I've had a nice week.
Okay. You sure?
It's been mentally draining.
I get that.
But yeah. I journaled last night. It was good.
When's the last time you journaled?
Oh my God, it was September.
Oh, well, it's been quite some time.
Before my last therapy session. Yeah.
Did you get some things off your chest?
I did.
Good.
But don't act like you forgot.
I didn't.
But yes, welcome back to everyone. And if you're new here, a special extra welcome to you. And if you're coming back, and a super extra welcome back to you as well. Because we value everybody here.
Welcome, everyone.
Oh my God. Should we tell the pod what happened the other night? It was 2 a.m. I'm going to tell that anyways.
Okay.
It was 2 a.m. I am awoken by the doorbell and Google Home telling me there is unfamiliar faces at the door. And it's 2 a.m. Okay? I guess Google wanted to chime in too while she was here.
You can't say that word in here.
Anyways, thank you for the interruption. And I don't have my glasses on, so I just see blobs of people on the home that sits on our dashboard, on our nightstand. I finally get my glasses and I see 3 people and I'm like, oh my God. If you guys haven't seen Doorbell News, is that what it's called?
Yes, on YouTube.
On YouTube. Nightmares are made watching Doorbell News, and the nightmare was coming. My heart was racing. I started checking the rear camera because I see one of the people going in the back of the house. I am just freaking out, and nobody's moving. Kenji's not moving. Shawn's not moving. I'm like, okay, I'm in this on my own. I got to figure this out. Eventually, then they started banging on the door. So I'm like, okay, I got to say something. And I said, hello, through the doorbell thing. And she's like, did you call EMS? I'm like, no, I did not call EMS. So apparently they were here for our neighbor across the way.
Mm.
They just got numbers mixed up.
I guess. I didn't hear nothing. I was asleep.
Yeah, you was. And so was Kenji. Anytime Kenji hears a doorbell, if you're new here, he's our dog. He runs to the door.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, I would have solved most of my nightmare if I would have just looked at the front garage camera where I would have seen a giant EMS vehicle. But you don't know, they can be getting crafty. I would have opened the door. She would have put a syringe to my neck. I would have fell asleep. She would have thrown me in the back of the, it's all plausible.
I mean, yeah, it is plausible.
All right. Anyways, well, we're going to continue celebrating Black History Month here on the pod. And for that, we go to your on the ground floor anchor, Shawn.
Thanks, Manny, throwing that to me like that. I was like, what in the world are you doing here? Anyway, happy Black History Month, everyone. As we've been doing for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we've been highlighting a queer Black person. So this week we are highlighting Miss Major Griffin Gracie, born in 1940. She's still alive. She is 82 years old.
Go ahead.
Today.
Today?
No, not today. I meant
I was
in
like,
2020.
well, damn, happy birthday.
Miss Major is a black transgender woman and activist at the forefront of the fight for trans rights. She faced many hurdles during her life, including homelessness and incarceration. And it's these challenges that fueled her activism. In 2005, Miss Major joined San Francisco-based Transgender Variant and Intersex Justice Project, or the TGIJP, as a staff
Organization?
A staff organizer.
Lord help me.
And later as executive director to lead the group's efforts advocating for incarcerated trans women. She has often spoken out against the prison system, which she says contributes to the incarceration of transgender individuals, particularly trans people of color and those with low incomes. Miss Major is known mainly simply as Mama. She resides in Little Rock, Arkansas, where she continues to be a vocal activist to this day.
Wow. Fabuloso.
Out here fighting for trans rights.
Somebody got to do it.
I mean, truly.
I mean, we doing it too, but every person helps. Because they trying to erase.
They're trying.
Well, thank you. Is this our last week for Black History?
No, like next week. Yeah.
Well, thank you. And once again, if you're a teacher and you would like to use that in your classroom, please feel free to use it. Just shout out the Moss podcast. Let your children know that there will be some vulgar language on this podcast.
It's not for kids. It's not for kids, y'all.
I'm sure kids hear worse at school.
I mean, they do.
Anyways, so shall we jump right in this week?
Let's go to the
issue on the table. Wow. So what are we going to talk about this week?
Are you asking me?
Oh my God. I swear for the Lord.
I wasn't ready for that setup.
You ain't ever ready for a setup.
Shut up. This week, y'all, we are talking about that game that happened on Sunday.
What game?
Are you allowed to say it? The Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl. Bah, 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 bah. Nothing is more American than the motherfucking Super Bowl.
I guess.
So yes, we're going to give you all the thoughts, feelings, and whatever on the Super Bowl, where the Kansas City Chiefs battled against the Philadelphia Eagles, and Kansas City won the game 38-35. There was a very questionable call towards the end of the game that people say gave Kansas City the edge. But
I mean, you can't give anybody anything.
I mean, they're saying the penalties shouldn't have been called, but
people could just be saying that because they wanted their team to win.
Everybody fights penalties. It doesn't matter. College, yeah, everybody fights it. But it was a great game. I thought Philadelphia Eagles was definitely going to win. I picked Kansas City But I thought Philadelphia, the way they were playing at the beginning of the game, I was like, whoa, they're going to win.
I picked Kansas City because everybody was picking the Eagles. And then they won. Yay me.
I mean, I thought the more senior quarterback would have probably prevailed. But when I started watching it, I'm like, man, Jalen Hurts, youngest quarterback in the league. I'm like, he's carrying this team. But Patrick Mahomes is what he's good at, a comeback. And he beat him. And they're Super Bowl champions. But we ain't here to talk about the game, are we?
I mean, we are.
No, but we going to talk.
Oh, not the game.
Yeah, we ain't breaking down the stats. We bringing you the tea, the stuff you really want to hear about.
The drama surrounding the game.
It's apparently the most woke Super Bowl.
Wait till 2024.
They might just cancel it. I mean, well, the national anthem was very well regarded by many people across this great country. It was sung by Chris Stapleton, who is an 8-time Grammy winner and considered one of the country's most country's most respected and beloved musician. He took home 3 Grammys last year. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
And he was honored with a Country Music Association Award.
Well, congrats to Chris Stapleton. As Miss Keke Palmer would say, I don't know this man. He could be walking down the street and I wouldn't know a thing.
I mean, he had a great voice. I will give him that.
I've heard. I didn't watch the national anthem part. I was late.
You're talking to your parents.
Yeah.
So he received lots of gold from people. And then America the Beautiful. That was also sung. It was sung by Babyface, who is a 12-time Grammy winner.
Yeah, people should know who Babyface is.
You should. I mean,
I guess people should know who Chris Stapleton is. I didn't know who that was, but sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's got his own record label. He worked with Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, Madonna, Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, Patti LaBelle, to name a few. And he sang America the Beautiful. I did not hear that part. I'm sure he did great.
I'm sure he did. I'm going to have to go back and watch it on YouTube.
But this where the night just took a little bit of a turn on Twitter. And it's when we heard Lift Every Voice and Sing.
The Black National Anthem.
The Black National Anthem, which is not technically the national anthem that some people ran with.
Wait, some people were saying it wasn't, like they were trying to replace it as the national anthem?
There were some people out there saying that we're replacing the national anthem with Lift Every Voice.
But they did the national anthem.
I know, but we're really trying hard.
We are.
To get rid of the national anthem.
I'm not going to speak
and
on that.
And we're going to replace it with Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Okay.
Which was sung by
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Yes, who is Emmy winner. Okay, girl. Emmy.
Love her on Abbott Elementary.
Oh my God, I love her. I didn't realize she was on Moesha.
She played the mom.
Yeah, I should have fucking known that.
She was also in Sister Act 2, which is what people meme the hell out of for this performance on Twitter and other places.
She did fabulous. I don't think you heard it either.
I saw it.
You saw it. She did fabulous, but our friends or acquaintances, extremist acquaintance. I don't know what to call these motherfuckers.
It's anymore. Fine. It's the people that think that diversity is a bad word. All those people.
Yes, that.
The people that use woke in their vocabulary for every other sentence they say.
Look, ain't nobody trying to replace the national anthem.
We don't. No one's trying to replace the national anthem. They were mad because Lift Every Voice and Sing was performed live during this Super Bowl. It has been performed at the Super Bowl since 2020. It just wasn't during the main
correct
thing.
2020, I think it was Mary Mary. Or was that 2021?
I don't
know. Both times it has been pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Or sung outside of the stadium.
Outside the stadium.
And this year they brought it inside the stadium.
And they are pissed about it. I don't know why, but I mean, I do know why. But at the same time, it shouldn't bother you.
I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I told you I didn't get it. Why people jumped on that train besides our current culture of everything is woke if it has any DEI included into it.
That's basically it. Lauren Boebert, for example, was like, there's only one national anthem, and I don't know why you're trying to divide the country by having them saying "Lift Every Voice and Sing" at the Super Bowl and call the NFL woke or whatever the fuck. They're just trying to be divisive because "Lift Every Voice and Sing" is highly regarded by most Black people. There were some Black people that on social media that said that it shouldn't have been sung there either. Not a shocker, because there are always going to be those who think they are better than their race, that look down on certain people in their race. We're all the same to them. That is all that matters. That song means a lot because it was written in a time where it stood for freedom. And there's a large majority of African Americans that play in the NFL. So I mean,
both quarterbacks.
Yes. I didn't see an issue with it. I don't think there should be an issue with it. I let it go.
I didn't see an issue with it either. And I'm just like, nobody said we're replacing the national anthem with "Lift Every Voice."
No.
It was just part of it. And like you said, the NFL is working to be inclusive and also resemble the people that play the game.
Right. They caught a lot of heat for the whole Colin Kaepernick thing. And I mean, Rihanna was supposed to actually perform that year, or they asked her to, and she said no because she was standing with Kaepernick. And a lot of players that whole time period were taking a knee during the anthem, and there was the whole Trump thing where he was like, all of them should be fired. Like, the NFL has had a turbulent history when it comes down to racial issues. And that's really sad when, like I said, a majority of your players are Black.
Exactly.
So I count this as a win. I know the NFL is just a $1 billion corporation, and they're going to continue to make their money off of this controversy or any other controversy because that's how America works, sadly. But I take this as a win. Like, we are getting a little bit ahead. I know it's just a song at one game, but you take your wins where you can take them.
Right. I didn't see anything wrong with it. And I'm just like, if anybody's trying to be divisive, is you jumping on Twitter and making those statements. Like, and she wasn't the only one. She was joined by many other people. Donald Trump. Oh, no. Donald Trump did not comment on that.
Good.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
He should keep his mouth shut about it.
But it's like, it's a song. It's being inclusive. And I don't understand why it can't be a part of it. Nobody said we're replacing the national anthem. Nobody said we're trying to erase certain colors. Like, at the end of the day, it's a poem turned into a beautiful song that means a lot for people. And again, it should resemble the people that are on that field.
I'm going to keep my comment. Let's move on to the next thing people got angry about.
So that was Lift Every Voice. You have no more comments, so we will move on. The next drama moment that hit the Super Bowl was the U.S. Navy flyover, which was commemorating 50 years of women flying in the service. Mm-hmm. So everyone, the fighter jets were all manned by women
pilots,
to celebrate 50 years of women flying in the service. And apparently that was also woke. And honestly, that's all I can do is laugh because I'm like, we're laughing at first you say regard the military, then you say that allowing women to do the flyover on the Super Bowl is woke. These women are putting their lives on the line for the rest of us. Why should we not celebrate a milestone in the military?
I don't know what they want. If it's not a white cisgendered man, it's woke. If it's anything other than white man cisgendered, it's woke.
I'm like, no offense, but I'm like, the person they put the camera in was a white woman. So like, why are we angry? Like,
I don't understand. Like,
it's like you said, it just has to be a white cisgender male for it not to be woke. And I don't understand anymore.
I don't understand what their view of this country is that they want.
I don't either.
Because I know we will get to the halftime show, but like, do we just want no seasoning, no flavor, whatsoever? We just want some boiled, bland chicken. That's all we want. That's what we want American to be, basically.
Well, didn't Marjorie, not to get off topic, but didn't Marjorie Taylor Greene or one of them said that, women's place is essentially in the house?
If you want to think that way and if you want to live your life that way, that is fine. But what you should not do is impose that on the rest of the people that live in this country.
Right. It says her who is in Congress.
Diversity is a thing that brings us together. It makes us different. It allows us to learn from each other and it allows us to be better. If everyone is the same, as Lizzo said in her song Special, it would be such a boring world.
Yeah. I thought it was great that they honored them.
I thought so too. I don't see the big deal.
It's just the next day was very crazy for me because I was seeing all these things about the Super Bowl. None of them really had to do with the game.
Right.
And I was just like, oh my God. When I saw the one about the women in 50 years of service, I was like, wait, really? That's how low we have gotten in this country when it comes to being woke?
Apparently so. Moving on to the next woke thing.
Celebrate those ladies. Congratulations on 50 years flying in the service.
Yay.
And our country's how old? Just saying. Only 50 years. Well, the halftime show. The highest rated part of this Super Bowl. I think it was 118 million. I know it was 118. And then after Super Bowl, after she performed, it was 113. That was still watching the game.
Oh, yeah. People showed up for the Rihanna concert.
Yes, we're talking about Rihanna, who is creator of Fenty Beauty, Fenty X Beauty, international singing sensation, has sold over 10 million albums and has collected 14 number one hits, 9 Grammys, 12 Billboard Awards, 13 American Music Award, 8 People's Choice Awards,
all right,
and the 2013 Icon Award.
Thank you for running down her resume.
You're welcome. I'm a fan.
So what did you think of the show?
Okay, so it's a tale of two halves for me. Number one, I was super excited. Mm-hmm. And then she was up on that little thing in the sky. Mm-hmm. And I kind of saw her. I'm like, she's looking a little thick. And I'm like, I know this bitch ain't pregnant. But I'm here vibing to the song because I'm like, okay, I haven't heard your voice live in quite a while besides singing the Black Panther song. And then as it went down, she got down to the stage. I'm like, this bitch ain't dancing. And then I was like, this bitch is pregnant. This bitch is pregnant. She is pregnant. And this is what we're getting. We need to be happy with it. So I was at first a little bummed because Rihanna's known for dancing and singing. But I was like, okay, you're pregnant. I don't want the baby hurt. And neither should anybody else in America because we protect babies here.
Protect the children at all costs.
So for me, it was great. I loved it. It wasn't over the top. It was a nice, simple show. She ran through 12 hits. And in the time that she had, that was great. I enjoyed it. I just had to stomach I think me being a little upset during the show at first was like, damn, we ain't getting an album in 2023. We ain't getting a tour in 20. I think those were the emotions I was going through. And then I was like, okay, get in the moment because you ain't gonna see her again. I've gone back since and watched it almost every day to get me pumped up for the day. I loved it. I enjoyed the show. Even though people are saying she was lip singing, I think you people should understand the difference between lip singing and actually singing. You can actually hear when she's not singing. If anybody mixed audio good, it was the NFL. That's a nod to you, CBS. Incapable of doing it.
I too enjoyed the show. When she came down, I noticed that I was like, oh, she's wearing a jumpsuit. That's cute. It was open, but I also was like, that looks like a pregnant belly.
I know.
And
my heart dropped.
As soon as she started doing choreo and she was just like moving her little hands and moving her little feet here and there, I was like...
And then I was looking at her shoes and like, oh, you got them comfy shoes.
Rihanna's pregnant. Yeah. But after that, I was just happy to see her perform because it's been so long. We haven't had an album in 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
I think it's 7 years, and I think she hasn't performed live in 4 years.
Yeah. So I was just happy to hear Rihanna perform and see her. Yes, I did want more, but once I saw that she was pregnant, it was like, it's fine. What she's giving and what she gave us, I thought was great for her being pregnant. And for putting on a Super Bowl halftime show, I thought it was good. I liked the stage, even though people memed it and said that it looked like Super Smash Brothers. I mean, you were kind of spot on, but
it was a runway.
It turned into a runway too. Like I thought it was good. She ran through the hits. Some people were mad because she didn't perform certain songs, but like she has a lot of songs. It
wasn't a concert.
Right. It's not a concert.
12 minutes.
She gave you the best that she could give you in those 13 minutes.
And had she brought out any buffoon, like people
oh my God, that would have ate up time.
It would have ate up more time. Don't nobody want to hear anybody else.
No, she's good by herself. Thanks.
So yeah, it was good. I thought it was good. It obviously, if she wasn't pregnant, I'm sure it would have been 10 times more elaborate.
Of course.
Because we didn't go to her last tour, but then we saw videos of her last tour and we're like, damn, we should have gone to the tour. So she's very elaborate in a tour.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she would have brought that with her if she wasn't pregnant. And I've seen and read people are like, oh, pregnant women can do all things. And I'm like, yes, but we don't know what her doctor told her.
Right.
And I read an article with the producer of the show. Safety was his number one thing. So we don't know what limitations they may have said. Like, you may want to do this, but we're not going to let you do this because nothing's going to happen to you up here. And then you're going to blame us for it. And for God's sake, she was suspended in the air.
Like very high in the air.
Like not even just a little high. She was high. You should have sang that song. You take me high.
I mean, she did Diamonds in the Sky last, and that's when she was way, way up there.
Yeah. Higher's from my favorite album. Anyway. So I thought it was great. I mean, I get some people might think she didn't give all, but we also have to understand the parameters that she was in. And we don't know what safety measures they put in place.
The thing with the Super Bowl halftime show is people are never happy. Some people are, half the people 100%. Are happy, half the people are unhappy. You're never going to have an artist that is like everybody is happy with that artist or with the performance.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. There's too many people that are only into a certain genre or a certain artist for them to love everyone that they put on halftime show.
Right. I've never seen a halftime show where everybody's like, oh my God, we all kumbaya together and it was great.
Not doing that. Not happening.
What is going to happen if y'all keep fucking up and keep complaining about every motherfucking performer is Disney's going to take over your Super Bowl again and you going to get that Millennium halftime show that everybody hated. I thought it was good, actually. The orchestra and Christina Aguilera. Anyways, nobody liked that. So that's what it's going to go back to if we keep like criticizing every little angle of the Super Bowl.
And I'm also really sick of, I'm really sick of the right and their obsession with Satan worshipers and Satan.
Oh my God.
Because she was wearing red and everybody around her, the dancers were wearing white. They were like, look at this symbolism.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
We saw a video from a evangelical person talking about she was like the fallen angel. As she was coming down from the sky in red, and I'm like, you're really fucking reaching.
Y'all are reaching the fuck out of this.
You know who enjoyed the red?
Who?
Virgin Voyages, because
they did,
because their color's red. Maybe they're a demon cruise line too.
Like they ate.
I don't know, but they were enjoying every second of that performance.
They were like, this is perfect because we had a commercial during the Super Bowl and then Rihanna's wearing red for Scarlet Night. Let's go.
So yeah, the extremists folks were out in full force for this. I just never understand when you don't like something, you don't just go into another room or
you don't change the channel. You can have a bathroom break. You can get some more wings.
Right.
I don't know.
Like, that's why I didn't watch the Grammys when the Grammys was on. I knew I wasn't going to like 90% of the event. So I watched the next day so I can fast forward through what I didn't want to watch.
That's a question I have too. Like, how do y'all have fun? Do you have fun? Because I was watching Ben Shapiro, which I know is an extreme alt-right child. And he was just mad because Rihanna grabbed her butt. And I was like...
Oh, there was a WWE guy. He's mad that she grabbed her crotch. I'm like, I didn't really see a full crotch grab there, but it's okay.
I mean, like, what do you want out of a halftime show? Do you want somebody just to sit there and sing at you?
Oh, Chris Stapleton.
Look, again, I don't know that man, and I'm sure he sings very well from what you said. He had a beautiful voice. But a halftime show is supposed to be about the spectacle. It's supposed to be about the theatrics. So, like, I don't know who y'all are going to get. I told Manny, it was like, next year is probably going to be either Taylor Swift or Harry Styles just to shut y'all up. And then y'all still going to complain about it. No matter what they do.
Because Harry Styles will probably wear something too feminine.
Right. Because he likes to tiptoe and play in that.
And I'm not a Taylor fan, but she is supportive of the LGBTQIA community. So I don't know what you're going to get there either.
I don't. And I was like, they should let Bad Bunny do it. And then Manny's like, no. Because he'll be out here singing in Spanish and y'all going to really flip y'all lid.
There's going to be more FCC complaints than they can handle.
He might kiss a backup dancer, girl, guy.
Anyways, back on track. Yes. So let us know what you thought about the Super Bowl performance. Yes, it wasn't what we were all probably lining up for if we're Rihanna fans. But I think it gave us some life. And then she came out and said that there probably will be music later this year. So that lifted my spirits a little bit.
She said she'd be crazy not to put out an album this year. So fingers crossed.
Yeah. And I'll just say this. I don't know Rihanna, obviously, because I wouldn't be in this little podcast. That'd be a much bigger podcast. But I'm sure she ain't worried about what anybody had to think about her performance because her streams went up 125% post the Super Bowl.
And not for nothing, Fenty probably went up as well.
Right. She threw a nod to Fenty on the runway. She did her makeup. Ooh, I hit the mic. She put the makeup on. I'm very animated. So if we ever do a video thing, I'm going to figure out what to do with my hands. I thought it was good. I'm a fan. It is what it is. You didn't like it. You didn't like it. It's not for you to like, I guess.
It's fine. There's never going to be one person that everybody likes.
But let's stop with this bullshit about woke.
Yeah, please.
Please.
My God, if that word can stay in 2023, I would be so happy in 2024.
Dude,
to never say that again.
I'm like, we just throw it around for anything. I didn't like them green beans. They woke.
Everything is woke.
I didn't like that drink. It's woke. Like, I don't.
Whew. Anyway.
Well, on the Super Bowl, it's known for commercials. Lots of commercials.
I didn't see as many good commercials. Actually, I wasn't paying attention.
I don't think I was paying attention.
That Puffy commercial confused me because I think I came in after or halfway through the first one. It was for Uber, right?
I don't know what the fuck it was.
Okay, never mind.
But in a country that says we're not trying to be what is that word with the F?
Fascist?
A fascist government. There was an ad running that was called "He Gets Us."
He Gets Us. I saw it and I was like, I don't know what this is. And so when I Googled it and found out what it was, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
So it was a $100 million media investment.
Because they had two commercials.
And the He Gets Us campaign is to promote Jesus and Christianity.
So Jesus is your friend and he gets you.
Let me read to you. I hate reading directly on a pod, but let me read to you.
Okay, read.
What it is. The campaign is portraying the pivotal figure of Christianity as an immigrant, a refugee, a radical, an activist for women's rights, and someone against racial injustice and political corruption. The He Gets Us website features content about of-the-moment topics like artificial intelligence and social justice. Whatever you're facing, Jesus faced too, is what the campaign claims.
If you want to talk about woke, that sounds like wokeness.
Oh, this is just slapping religion all over everybody's face while you're getting toasted with beers and shoving your face with wings.
My thing with this is, once again, here we are putting Christianity at the forefront. And yes, it's just a Super Bowl commercial, but we know that people in power, people in government have been pushing Christianity as like the one and only religion in this country. And that is just not the case. But here we go. Jesus gets you.
And I thought it was interesting that we called Jesus an immigrant, a refugee, a radical, an activist for women's rights. In those four topics alone, we don't want immigrants. We don't want refugees. If you are radical, you are incarcerated, especially here in Florida. And women's rights, fuck you. No women's rights.
We're taking those.
I'm like, so the campaign is opposite of what is being portrayed by our leaders.
Right. But it's also the opposite of what the head company that this is tied to.
No, it's not tied to any particular company.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like some of the campaign's major donors may have political conservative ties, if that's what you're alluding to.
It's a subsidiary of the Servant Foundation. So it's basically just like I want to call it a shell company, but
it's a shell company.
It's the easiest way to put this in terms that I feel like people will understand.
What's a shell company?
A shell company is basically a fake company that you set up to look like a legit company, but it is actually funded and run by, someone trying to do something other than what the shell company is saying.
And then to make it even worse, the campaign itself falls from that company, and it's also shelling.
Right.
It's true intent.
Right. So, I mean, go ahead. Go off. I can't.
No, I mean, the Servant Foundation is known for donating tens of millions of dollars to the Alliance Defending Freedom, a conservative Christian legal group.
Which has ties to LGBTQ rights, women's rights, abortions. Like, you are saying all these good things about He Gets Us and trying to get people to join and I don't know, no Jesus. But underneath it, like you are literally crucifying those same people. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, you want people to join. He gets us, but it's kind of like, but does he really get us? Because you're telling me he doesn't like LGBTQIA. He doesn't think women should have the right to abort their own child. I can go on. The campaign is a chop. The Hobby Lobby co-founder has also been donating to this campaign. And if you don't know about the Hobby Lobby donor, he's famously been in the center of several legal issues surrounding conservatism and LGBTQ legislation. Don't shell me, to lack of a better word.
Don't piss on me and telling me it's raining. Speaking of David Green, like the quote that they have in this article from him really jabbed me because he said, "We are wanting to say we, being a lot of different people, that he gets us. Jesus understands us. He loves who we hate." And I was like, hold up. He loves who we hate. So what you're saying is Jesus loves the people that you hate.
Which is all of us. Which is all the things you said Jesus was.
I'm very confused. Like,
it's a shell. Everything is a shell. It's a facade to get you into this. And I'm not going to go to it because I don't want to find out any more about it.
To the website?
Yeah.
I went to the website. First of all, it's very generic.
It must be handled by the Truth Social team.
But it has like lots of different sections depending on the type of person you are, which in and of itself is draining. But the message that they're trying to send through this website, and then the message that your main company is sending by the actions that they take are two different things.
Right. Well, they say on their website that while he gets us is not intended to be connected to any particular Christian ideology, it has theological ties to evangelical practices as well as financial ones.
Yeah.
And as we know, Christian evangelicals are typically the ones that are pushing and influencing politics in our country.
They are literally the ones that are ruining this country.
So I'm just like, say a young person who might be confused in their life sees this commercial, attaches to it, goes to He Gets Us. What are they going to do to him or her?
Probably try to indoctrinate you, brainwash you into believing the way that they believe. Because I see it as building an army. Because he was like, we need to tell people so that we can start a movement. A movement for what, sir?
They're saying Jesus is gone and that the image we have of Jesus is not correct. But I'm like, fine. You tell me Jesus was a refugee, a radical,
an immigrant,
an advocate, an immigrant. That's a Jesus I can stand behind. But then the same people that influence our country, that is influencing said campaign, are telling us the complete opposite, that immigrants don't matter, that women don't have rights, that the LGBTQIA don't need to be on this planet.
Make it make sense.
So I feel like you're saying it's going to be an indoctrination of people.
Yeah, they're basically just, I feel like that's what they're doing, period, now. Like
and making money.
And making money. Even though they sell merchandise and they say they don't take money, but
and I bet you it has some fucking religious tax exemption too.
Probably.
The fuck out of here.
I just feel like what the right is doing currently is using the word woke, using the LGBTQ as scapegoats to rile up a base that was dug up by Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. Those people still exist, even though they might not follow him as religiously as they did once upon a time. They know that if they can build this base up into the Republican Party that they are trying to build and distance themselves away from Trump, that they could start improving their numbers. They can start getting more voters for them. Like, it's a whole thing. And once again, it is going to do nothing but hurt the people that are already hurting.
Right. And I'm not trying to be an alarmist, but it's scary.
It is scary.
Because you say that we're indoctrinating people, but you're finding a new mechanism to indoctrinate people.
All they do is say that they want less government interfering with your life. But if you have seen from, I would say, 2021 until now, how much the Republican Party has impacted your life by the laws they pass.
And still trying to do.
By the rights they've taken away from people. And I don't see how anybody who is on the side of, or know anyone who falls into the category of people that are underserved or in need, how you can vote for these people.
Well, this is what a biblical scholar and pastor said, Mr. Kevin M. Young. It kind of talks to what you're saying is, he said, young people are digital natives who understand the differences between slick marketing and authenticity. He says, mega churches, mega events, mega spending on marketing is seen as money that could have been used to fund community programs, advocacy for the oppressed, such as refugees, LGBTQIA, individuals, and abortion rights, and the poor. So instead of doing what you're doing, spending what did I say?
100 million.
100 million. Can you imagine the amount of people you could help with $100 million?
Yeah, that would have been a way better use of money than 2 Super Bowl commercials to go to a shitty website.
Yeah. And something some people have been calling it out as a political stunt is because they're using words that are familiar with the conservative talking points. So they allude on some sections of their website, I guess, that he gets us refers to cancel culture, which we all know is a staple in the rhetoric in the conservative community. So to talk more about the cancel, when they're talking about cancel culture, they talk about on their website as well that Jesus was canceled. So they're pushing the rhetoric around Jesus. So they're taking the rhetoric of the base, the political base, and bringing it into the Jesus world.
It's not the same thing. Once again, y'all are comparing apples to oranges, and y'all continue to do that, and y'all continue to be hypocrites. You say one thing and you do a whole nother thing. And like I said, and like they say, millennials, Gen Z, whichever gen we're on, I can't keep up. They're not dumb. No. They live in a digital world. And TikTok is their A-OK buddy. They know how to get around it. They know when something's fake. They know when people are being sincere. Like, they're not fooling these children.
The only people I feel that could maybe fall into this trap is the vulnerable, where they feel lost. They don't have anybody to reach out to, nobody to talk to. This is the parameters of the perfect making of something that can grab you at your lowest, indoctrinate you, and turn you into one of their soldiers.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
A cult.
What? America, a cult?
I can't.
I mean, I've always said Donald Trump and his minions are a cult.
Oh, that was definitely a cult. Like he could do no wrong.
Like, girl, I don't want to get off topic, but like, he said, grab him by the pussy. And then they started wearing shirts that said, grab him by the pussy. And I was just like, is this real life?
I can't.
But anyways, if you're interested in checking more out on the He Gets Us campaign, you can Google it, though I suggest you don't.
Don't do it.
Because you never know if they're tracking you. But it goes to show you how rooted in religion everything is in our country, to the fact that we're taking the political movement and using Jesus as the caveat? No.
Catalyst.
Thank you. As the catalyst to speak their words and their ideology to people. That's fucking scary as hell, because I see these movements seem like other countries that we talk shit about here in America. Not me, our government, that we have to fight for the rights, but we're literally heading in the direction of some countries out there that we say we don't resemble, but we're starting to resemble.
Tear it down, start all over.
I'm about to buy a cruise ship, and I'm not going to let anybody on. I'm just going to be floating up there. You need what? Oh, I can help the migrants. People in the little boats.
With your cruise ship?
Yeah.
You got to afford a cruise ship first.
I know, that's the big problem.
Okay.
Well, we hope you enjoyed today's
issue on the table.
Yes. We had 2 of them for you. So do you want to move into our corners?
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. My corner is going to be short and sweet this week.
Oh my God, so is mine.
Good.
Roll.
So like I said, in continuing with Black History Month, I wanted my corners this month to be uplifting Black stories. So this week I have 2 uplifting Black stories from 2 well-known Black celebrities. Mm-hmm. One of them is Michael Jordan, the 6-time NBA champion, celebrated his 60th birthday on Friday, this last Friday. So this happened in February, Black History Month.
A lot of people have canceled Michael Jordan.
For what?
Oh, I'll let you go.
Okay. I didn't know that, but we're moving on to this. He is making a $10 million donation to Make-A-Wish.
Ooh.
It is the largest donation ever received from an individual in the organization's 53-year history, wow, which is surprising. They've been around for 53 years, and the largest donation anybody has made is $10 million.
I mean, he gets us could have donated.
They could have.
They could have done 20.
That would have been a so much better promotion for you. Because Jesus gets that, if you die, you make a wish. Never mind. Whatever. Jordan said that he hopes his decision to celebrate his birthday by donating to Make-A-Wish will inspire others to help fulfill the wishes of kids still waiting to have their wishes come true.
Oh, yay, Michael Jordan.
He's been a big part of Make-A-Wish for 34 years.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I think he is one of their most requested
wishes.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
I love that. He first supported them in 1989. So he's been a big supporter of them for a long time.
Go ahead, Michael Jordan.
So that was a very heartwarming story. A great way to spend your money when you got that type of money, because we know a lot of people with a lot of money who just want to hoard it and make more money.
Or create political campaigns around Jesus.
That too. Next up is Tyler Perry.
Oh, I love Tyler Perry.
You might not know Tyler Perry, but you certainly know who Medea is. Yes. Same person. So on February 16th, which was yesterday, the day before yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Okay, yesterday. He made an announcement that he is donating $2.75 million to older homeowners in Atlanta to help ensure they're able to stay in their homes.
Wow.
Basically, what is going on is a lot of low-income housing. The taxes are going up. The real estate taxes are going up. So some people may lose their homes because they're not able to pay the taxes on them from this year, next year. They continue to rise.
Atlanta's growing.
So he reached out to Atlanta Mayor Andrew Dickinson about providing assistance for those residents on fixed incomes who could lose their homes as a result of the real estate taxes. The assistance will cover the city, county, and school taxes. Also, he will cover any increase in taxes over the next 20 years.
Okay, Tyler, he's securing his money.
For 100 low-income older residents, he has already donated $750,000. for the first year to cover back taxes. So if anybody was in their home, but they already had back taxes and then these new taxes, he has covered those as well.
Okay.
Also, any increase in property taxes, he has pledged $500,000 each year over the next 4 years to ensure that residents don't pay any more in such taxes.
Damn.
So,
I mean, Tyler Perry's rich.
He is rich. He has his own studio in Atlanta. We know a lot of, if you've seen a lot of Marvel movies, a lot of movies, period, at the end when it says made in Georgia, a lot of those are actually shot at Tyler Perry Studios.
His house is ginormous.
It's an estate.
It is beyond an estate.
I mean, he took in Harry and Meghan.
It looks like a fucking hotel. Huge.
So I just wanted to shine a spotlight on those two things. I saw them, they happened this week, and I thought it was beautiful that these rich Black men are out here supporting the community and sharing the wealth.
Yeah. All right, Michael Jordan and Tyler Perry.
Now, what was you going to say about Michael Jordan?
No, that's for another pod.
Oh,
we'll leave it there.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. It's time for the best corner on this pod.
Oh, my God.
Come on into Manny's Corner. I'm just kidding. Your corner's cute too. Mine's just cuter because it should go first.
Anyway, what are you talking about this week?
So mine is also from something that happened this week. It happened on the day of love. Valentine's Day. It has nothing to do with that. It happened on Tuesday. Like I said, it was President Biden's 100th federal court appointment. It was approved by the Senate. This one was a special one. Gina Mendez-Mito is now been appointed as the first openly LGBTQ American judge to serve on the federal court in Puerto Rico. Oh. All right, snaps. She was approved by the Senate at a 54-45 vote. So yes, that is my corner. I'm here to celebrate that. And not only that, her wife actually serves on the court as well. She serves in Puerto Rico's Supreme Court. Justice Rodriguez.
Okay.
All right. That brings 3 Puerto Rican women candidates to the United States District Court for the District of Puerto Rico have now been confirmed by the Senate.
Love it.
3 Puerto Rican women. Love it. I even love more that Miss Mendez over here is part of the LGBTQ community.
Love that, because we need people of color. We need people of the community in these spaces that understand some of these people that may come before them or cases that may come before them.
100. Like Chuck Schumer said that they will continue to push judges under President I almost said President Obama.
Oh, we wish.
Under President Biden. He said, the more Americans look at our courts and see people who look like them and come from their backgrounds and share similar experiences, the better off our judicial system will be.
Preach.
So, congratulations to Miss Gina and her appointment to... Did I say what she was being appointed to? Yes, I did.
Come on, man. It's corner.
Yeah, so I'm so very proud to hear that. Not only Puerto Rican, but also part of the LGBTQIA. I didn't use the full thing because I was kind of reading my notes. The article wrote LGBTQ American judge. I thought that was kind of weird the way they wrote that. Instead of... Anyways, whatever. They probably weren't sure what term to use.
It's fine.
We'll take the flowers. Congratulations to the judge. 54-45. I was really trying to find who didn't vote for her.
Oh, Lord.
I can only imagine which of the senators did not vote.
You're probably right. Whichever ones you imagining, you're probably right.
Well, congratulations, Gina, in case you run in on the Moss podcast on your appointment to the court there in Puerto Rico. Do us proud.
Can we at her? Is she on Twitter?
I can find her. I always find people. Well, y'all, that's going to do it for us this week. I think we got social.
We do. You can follow us on Instagram at Moss_podcast.
Or on TikTok or Twitter, Moss_podcast22.
And you can send us an email if you have a question, a comment, a suggestion at mannyandsean@gmail.com. That's MANNYANDSHAWN
Boom. And if you just don't want to hear us on Spotify or Apple Music or on Stitcher Radio or on Amazon, you can listen to us on YouTube at youtube.com/@MossPodcast. So I'm going to tell y'all again, don't forget to follow our pod on your favorite platform to receive alerts when it's out. Because you'll get a little notification and our picture shows up and it's like, good morning. It's available for you to listen to.
Gorgeous. Yep. And don't forget to write a review and rate us, which will help grow our pod. Share it with somebody.
Share it. Share it on your Facebook.
Share it on your socials.
Share it on your Twitter.
We're trying to build a movement to stop the rest of these dummies. Because we get you. You get us and we get you.
Right. I don't know what that Jesus is.
Yeah, I don't know him. Once again, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know it.
I wouldn't know him. And as we say here on the Moss podcast,
do something good for yourself. Wait.
Oh my. Then go do something good for someone else. Mm-hmm. So definitely do something good for yourself first. That was what Shawn was trying to tell. But I guess he got into him, literally got him.
He got me.
Did you feel the spirit of the political movement?
No. I don't want no parts of that. Get away from me.
Get away from me.
I rebuke
Stranger danger. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us. We hope you'll come back next week for episode 26. We are just rolling in the deep.
You don't like Adele, you said.
I don't mind Adele.
Oh.
I just wish she would change it up a little bit on the music.
I mean,
give me a reggae album or something.
Ooh,
I don't.
Oh my God. Adele reggae album. I know I want that. Just to hear what it would sound like.
Go explore your
she loves Jamaica. She was dating this Jamaican guy, and people. This was a while ago.
Does she love Jamaica, or does she like?
Don't do that.
I do man.
People got on her because she had on a Jamaican jersey and she had her hair in like the twist or whatever.
Oh boy,
whatever. I would love Adele Jamaican.
Adele looks like a really good friend.
Reggae song.
Adele looks like a good friend that has a good time, like drinking out of a flask with Lizzo at the Grammys. Okay.
When I first heard her like do an interview or when she was on like Carpool Karaoke, it was like Adele is so down to earth.
Yeah, just filthy rich.
Yeah.
Anyways, y'all, we are gonna let you go. Take your ear pods out and have a blessed rest of your day. Evening, morning.
We get you. Bye.
Bitch better have my money. No, we're leaving now for sure. Bye. Bye-bye.